We have made sure our clients have been benefiting from these purple patches in the bond market through our active trading philosophy. Any research or any forecast is research driven, which is derived from our historical database of over 20 years. Interest rates down to 18% and below with room for it to decline further. Inflation down to mid-single digit levels. The rupee stable at around 320 levels. And the country back to operating in near normalcy at the moment. So it's very encouraging signs, but it's critical. We stick by this reform program in order to bring about a period of prosperity to all Sri Lankans going forward. I believe the dark days of the economic turmoil we faced are behind us. And the corrective reforms which is brought about by the government and the relevant authorities has stabilized the economy now. The most crucial hurdle to overcome at this point of the economic recovery is the finalization of local and foreign debt restructuring, mainly because that will avail to Sri Lanka further concessional funding from multilateral agencies, friendly countries, in terms of budgetary support, which is a requirement as well for Sri Lanka at the moment. In addition, this will lead to a further influx of portfolio inflows to the government securities market and the stock market. FDI inflows could definitely gather further pace. And the much required reforms of non-performing SOEs could be taken forward. So in that light, it's very crucial that we finalize this local debt and foreign debt restructuring as soon as possible in order to make Sri Lanka available for these foreign exchange inflows. Additionally, another interesting point is post-debt restructuring, we would be able to move away from the tag of a default nation, whereby enabling the country to access international markets again for commercial borrowings if the need arises. So in that context, I believe the outlook is very encouraging, but it's crucial that the relevant authorities follow through on this program and make it a successful one. So very optimistic in that light. Just to take us back as to where we were and as to where we are right now. 1.5 years ago, if you look at the situation where we went through a period of political instability, inflation went to 60% and above, interest rates to above 30%, the rupee at 360, 370 levels, and the country at a standstill in terms of its supply chains. So it didn't look good at that time. And even the forecast at that time was even for a more bleaker picture. Taking that into consideration from that point onwards to where we are right now, it has been a remarkable recovery with interest rates down to 18% and below with room for it to decline further. Inflation down to mid-single digit levels. The rupee stable at around 320 levels. And the country back to operating in near normalcy at the moment. So it's very encouraging signs, but like I mentioned earlier, it's critical that we stick by this reform program in order to bring about a period of, I would say, prosperity to all Sri Lankans going forward. The bond market has been going through a purple patch over the last 18 months with trading returns at historical highs, and we believe that trend will continue for another 6 months at least. Interest rates have declined from highs of 30% and above. Single-digit inflation complementing a further decline in interest rates moving forward, in line with central banks' monetary policy easing cycle. At Wealth Trust, we have made sure our clients have been benefiting from these purple patches in the bond market through our active trading philosophy. Any research or any forecast is research driven, which is derived from our historical database of over 20 years. Dealers and portfolio management in our team bring about that secret ingredients of street smartness into play, thereby making sure the company and our clients stay ahead of the game. In addition to that, our yield curve trading strategies whereby we unlock value across durations, enhance clients' returns, and accurate entry and exit points in the market creates liquidity for clients' portfolios as well. In addition to that, we offer clients the opportunity to leverage on the existing portfolios. They are offering the opportunity to enhance their returns further as well. With regard to the equity market, I believe with interest rates forecasted to decline further, which will lead to further reduction in borrowing costs, that will continue to fuel the stock market going forward as valuations are still very attractive. I would bring it down to what sets us apart from other primary dealers or the competition is our consistency in our performance over the years. Since inception in 2012, we went through a period of 10 years of continuous profitability compared to our competition who went through a few years of loss making. This consistency in our performance has benefited our clients as well, so thereby enhancing our stance as the number one bond house. From the newest entry to the primary dealer market with a startup capital of 330 million, our growth over the years has been off the charts, with shareholder value increasing by 21 times and above over the last 12 years in operation. Apart from that, our core values differentiate as to how we do business and sets us apart from the others. Firstly, where we go by the value of customer first, where we make sure we bring the client's interest into the forefront instead of concentrating on the competition. Secondly, we believe in doing business with integrity, and we have our work ethics are based on that. Thirdly, I would say we operate with a bit of innovation in terms of how we manage our clients' portfolios in order to meet their investment requirements. And we always believe that there's always a different way of looking at a problem and solving it in turn. Fourthly, and most importantly, I would say is one of our core values is unanimity, where we have a team-first approach, the corporate culture we maintain at Wealth Trust. This approach over the years has brought about the best in the team, and hence why we have concentrated in the team's development over the years by inculcating an environment of knowledge and experience so that the employees could bring out the best in themselves going forward. My approach to leadership over the years is about empowering the employees and them in turn knowing that they have my backing at any given time. The open door culture we have at Wealth Trust offers the employees the freedom to come and express their opinions, thereby bringing about a communication channel within the team which helps the company achieve its overall goals. This style of leadership has helped us to manage the ever-changing economic environment we operate in, because it brings about clear communication and transparency within the team. During times of change, I think it's important that you bring about that transformational leadership style out into play so that the employees are aware that change is coming and they understand the importance of it in order for them to become the better versions of themselves as well. I think it's very important as a leader, you vision out that change as well by way of your behavior and your positive attitude towards change. I'm a firm believer in the slogans of "you're as good as your team" and "you shine the brightest when you shine as one unit."